Sagittarius, so I thought I would change it up a little bit, changing lanes. Okay, so I'm evolving this reading a little bit as we go. This is pretty much your soulmate and your twin flame cluster bomb reading. Clusterfuck reading, right? When life gets a little bit chaotic, you think you might be going around the twist. But don't we all, Sag? So I will explain things as we go, more towards the end, so we can get on with the reading. But Sagittarius, for the first half, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for the first half of April. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Show me Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Changing lanes. How did I know that was going to come up? When I was shuffling the cards, when I was separating them and shuffling them, pretty much like that, and then shuffling them, okay? You got another 10 as well, I see. You had this coming up. So, 10 of Pentacles. So, this half of the soul is concentrated more on money. They're building up their... It could well be that they're building up more finances in order to come and see this half, but really building up their... If there is a separation between both of you, it could literally just be that it's because of money. Because of money. Now, that might mean that someone could be waiting on a return of their investment of what they've spent a long time trying to build up. And they're waiting on a tax return, or they're actually waiting on to actually get paid at the end of the month until they can now. Or they have just got paid and they are literally wanting to see this energy here. So tell me more about Sagittarius's partner. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Tell me about their partner, please. Tell me more about their partner. For Sagittarius, for their soulmate, please tell me about their partner. Okay, too many cards. But you did have too many cards. I do apologise, but I can't take that many cards. You did have the 10 of Swords popping out again. Tell me about Sagittarius's partner. Sagittarius's partner. Sagittarius's partner. Just one card, please. Sagittarius's partner. Thank you. 5 of Cups. So that could have related to the 10 that was coming out. An ending. An ending. So this one is experiencing a beginning, like a karmic reward, as this one is experienced trying to get over somebody. Now this where the reading can really start to change when we go into changing lanes through the questions that I will ask. Okay. But this person has just lost someone, or they've literally just come out of a karmic situation with somebody else. Now, if they're not, okay, if they've not just come out of that and you're merging together, this is them that is still involved with that person that you can't get over. You know, that somebody cannot move forward because they're concentrating on things that they've lost. So this half of the soul is actually gaining something karmically through this person of opposites attract. Opposites attract. Right and wrong. Kind of, you done me wrong, I do you wrong, I now get a reward, and you now get your just due. I know that might sound very odd to a lot of people, but it's kind of like you might be feeling very like, well, now you get your just due. I'm hearing for some people, now you get what's owed, which is that I now get paid and you lose. So it's like a lose-lose battle, but somebody may have won or may not. This could still represent a 1, okay? A 1. So if you're receiving a lot of abundance in your life, this side, then this is you. If you're experiencing the dark night of the soul, then it's quite easy to determine whether this is you or not. Okay? Karmic reward can come in many ways of manifesting when you start to think more clearly, because you know that your karma is being subsided because you're not in this energy, because you would be concentrated more on loss or anything that's negative, okay? So pretty much somebody that you could talk to somebody and they're pretty much saying, well, listen, before you get married, let's talk about what would happen if you ended up getting divorced, right? And then you end up listening to society and other people, and then what you do is, no, we need to talk about what would happen if you was to get divorced if you get married, not like what would be so great for you to, you know. That kind of feeling is what I'm getting. But this one is suffering from some kind of loss. So if this person's not with somebody else, okay, if they're not, then this is something that's happening in their life where they could have experienced a financial loss. So you gain something by taking something. Now, hopefully nobody literally stole something, right? But if you didn't and you are receiving things through this period of time, or you just have, then it's easy to determine where you are. But this person, if they are with somebody else, this is them really, really feeling that loss, that they've lost out. It's like, well, I've lost out on this opportunity of a lifetime that I could have experienced with this person, that could have literally shown me, could have actually given me everything. That could have given me everything. I paid my dues time after time. I could have had fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I ask you all, there's no bad mistakes, no pleasure fools. Something like that, right? I've had my fun kicked in my face. I can't remember the lyrics, but Queen, right? So show me more about the Ten of Pentacles. What's under the Ten of Pentacles? Show me more about this side. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Tell me more about Sagittarius. Oh! Ooh! The crowd goes, oh! And the crowd goes, oh! So I got a feeling that it's that one and then this one, to be honest, because we did pick up at that psychically of hoping that nobody stole something. Okay, so this is where the tide changes and the story gets more interesting and evolving karmically, evolving spiritually. So let's see. So this person could have ran from an opportunity and thought, fuck, now I ran, and what I should have done is I should have stayed. Should I stay or should I go? I should have stayed because I could have had this golden opportunity with this person. But what I did was, maybe if I didn't actually steal any money from this person's bank account, then what I did is I stole something karmically, and it was an energy that was felt where I actually ran from the commitment that I actually really wanted in the end. And what I'm learning through this period of time is a hell of a lot about losses and gains. Losses and gains. This energy could be a Piscean energy because it would represent the 12th house to me through losses and gains. That's the only reason I'm saying it, but it can be a water sign, any. But it might have been that this side has run out of an opportunity because of distance or taking too long to make a decision and was too indecisive of whether to return or not. Now, some people could be watching it and saying, well, through this Mercury retrograde, that somebody may be returning from the past. So the soulmate, as a general energy, could well be thinking about coming back to you, Sag, or you, them, either way, but I'm thinking obviously it would be you, Sag. But for others that are watching Sun, Moon and Rising, it would probably be them that are thinking about returning back to another, right? That's why I have to go with that. But somebody has that much stature of where this could be a Capricorn energy for some people, a Capricorn energy, where like, well, I hate to say it, but like nothing is good enough. Like everything has to be perfect because I'm more concentrated on what anybody actually has of worth than actual self-worth. So this energy can be portraying a bit of selfishness and self-deceit and deceiving themselves because of being selfish. That's where I'm probably going to start getting some backlash, but I have to read the cards. If you are well within your right to run away from this energy because they are literally connected to someone else and it's a bad situation, then you're well within your right to run away from the connection. It might be because somebody is still thinking about a decision to actually return to here. To our return, 1,000,000 miles away, we're traveling the distance every time that I return. Walk by the Foo Fighters. Someone has a lot of conflict within them because what they want is want it all. Which is like, I just want somebody that can support me financially. And what I have done is I've ran out of time, and I've also running out of time. You see, that's the runner. You see, that's the chaser and the runner. It's the chaser and the runner in my decks. So it's running, this energy is running away from another energy because they are actually now with someone else. And this can start to merge as one energy where someone is feeling a complete loss because this person learned a valuable lesson through that and has now left. And now this person is making a decision. Shall I actually return back to this energy because they're actually with somebody else? They're actually with their divine, or well, either they are with their actual divine partner, which is the Three of Cups, or they are focusing on that Three of Cups that this person wants to be with for some people. So it's going to be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or you might start to get a feel around the actual energy. There you go, the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups. So it starts to change, you see, form. A formation is what I'm hearing. A formation, a reliance. Eight of Cups, walked away. So this energy here walked away from this energy, and this energy is running back, but confused, we'll put it. Confused. This is the Eight of Cups. This person's soul has more of an experience with somebody else. I hate to be the bearer of bad news for some people, but this person, it feels like they've moved on because it relates to the Eight of Cups, meaning like, well, I'm okay with that because I am literally going my own way, where my soul is connected with another, where because it's the Eight of Cups, you see, which is the divine that speaks via universe of Christ, meaning spirit also, or religious, or spiritual, or both, where this person's soul is being called to another to reconcile with their person. But this person here ran out of that opportunity, and why it never came into fruition. Because they might have stole someone's just their stability within whatever it was that they held within anything that was stable within themselves. This person became unstable. So this could relate to like a Sagittarian energy, not saying it is, but like an imbalance because of money and distance, like not a walking distance, 1,000,000 miles away. Foo Fighters walk. So not a walking distance, but a good travelling distance. And because there was a lot of travel and money that would have been involved in order for this energy to actually form a union with this energy of your soulmate, because I have to give over the truth, because this is what would help you out the most. And when people really start to form a hatred and blame, and they can hate a reader, trust me, when I went through my situations, it was these kind of readings that really helped me get through to get to the person that you're supposed to be with, which would be your twin. Your soulmates are very painful experiences, but trust me, when you get these lessons, you go on to the next elevation of soul, to the next person, to reach your actual twin. You would not go through these situations in life, believe me. to not get to the person that you're supposed to be with. A 7 always talks about alignment outright with everybody, that we're not always aligned with everybody, because a 7 aligns your chakras, and it aligns time, and it aligns universal energy of what we listen to as 8, where it aligns us with our truth of ourself, self-deceit. That doesn't mean that when you hold blame or conflict for somebody, it means that you're just not in alignment with this soul through this period of time, or ever, for some people. Now, how you can judge upon yourself with that information is if you form a complete and utter where you would want to blame someone else, you have a lot of anger in you, that's where you would be able to monitor your growth, monitor your own growth. If you're really upset, that's still a good energy where you can cry it out, you know. If you're really not bothered and you're really not bothered, that's also a good energy, because the energy is coming from the mind. So when the mind is settled, that's another good tool of understanding when your karma has subsided, because you can forget this energy, and this energy can forget this energy, and you will elevate your vibration of your head, not your soul. Your head will be elevated because it will start to think more clearly, more positively. You won't think so negatively of losses and gains, and you will start to think more of gain than losses. So it means a separation through religion is that you can never avoid things, you have to go straight through them in order to create boulders where we form towns and villages, and the maps of our mind through, well, you know, I don't want to go on about religion, but, you know, parts of that are, you know, forgive them for they know not what they do, because of our ego, you know, because of our ego. We do not know what we do because we follow the mind, because we have to find alignment with what it is that represents us more. Some people, they like money. Some people just actually really like love. This energy has a lot of love because they're emotionally also wounded and scarred. But they're also at the time not, because they've also understood a lesson as well as this energy here too. Excuse me. This energy has understood a lot of lessons about self-worth and value of love. This person has started to learn lessons around self-worth and value of pride, the appearance of pride. The appearance of pride. So both are not really in alignment at this period of time, because it looks like that this energy ran from this energy at one period of time, also through a past life. It was carried as a like a drain that you would get as like a karmic, what I used to call as a hitchback, you know, a hitchhiker through timelines, through past life, that it continued to take, and there was a lot of blame and hatred that was created through a past life, and it was probably a marriage that someone could have been in, or you owned property together, and it could have been that you may have had family also at one point, but it became very destructive, where someone was like running, like cheating on a marriage or a home, or within at work or something, was cheating at work or cheating at home, and they ran out on that. They ran out of it because they were traveling across the world to see somebody, or wanting to see somebody. So I'm kind of merging into this timeline now. And this energy is actually traveling away from this energy to see somebody else. Oh wow, I didn't even notice. The 8 of Cups under the deck. The 8 of Cups under the deck. So there you go. That's 2 8s, right? 2 8s. You know, this soul here has been listening to, well, done a lot of inner work and inner reflection of their soul, where they could concentrate, where it could have happened a lot of times, because you have a lot of pessimistic of, you know, fucking, is this always going to happen to me? Does this always happen to me? And it was reflectant of this soul of going, yes, yeah, it has always happened to me. And this is like, well, why does it always happen to you? Because this always fucking happens to me. You don't have enough. You don't have, there's too much distance, there's too much travel. Yeah, well, this always happens to me. Yeah, but that's not good enough. You know, I want to come and see you, and now I don't want to come and see you. But then I do want to come and see you, and then I don't. And there was a lot of indecisive stuff, or is a lot of indecisive decisions through this one, that made this one then fear the connection and realise that we're not in alignment. And this then makes 2/8, where they were listening, could be very clairvoyant and gifted themselves for some people, because of the 2/8, meaning that they started to really listen to the divine instead of listening through other people through that time. They took a period of time out, and they actually probably met somebody different, or if this is a long time partner, then they're still with that person, because it would still represent a third party, you see. But because of the 2/8 system, it seems like there's some kind of separation for any period of time, you know, of what you like, because they started to listen through the divine, through their vibration. They realized that this vibration was taking it was taking things from their mind, not their soul. The soul goes through an experience of like a cleanse, of like a squeezing of a sponge, where it's like restrictive, right? And they realized that, and they realized, because this energy was so indecisive, that they had to realize that they've got to get over that for some people, and that they did. And what they did is probably for some found somebody else, or for two, they're still with somebody else, you know, or you are, but I have to read the energy as the energy. I'm actually going to take that card. I'm actually going to take that because I see that card, because it represents that 2/8, you see. They started to, through the cleansing of their soul of a period of time, they really started to realize and go use inner work, but listen to themselves of what they really wanted from this connection. What do I want from this connection? Not anybody else. What is it now that I want? Well, I actually really want to travel. But this energy is like, well, I really want to travel as well. It's like a parting of ways. That both energies are facing away from one another, but this energy is still looking at this energy to return. To return. Every time that I return. So if it isn't learning to walk again, I believe I've waited long enough. Every time that I return, yeah, I believe I've waited long enough. So it's like, if this is not where you're both going in your separate ways, then this energy we'll have to really see, because this energy might be wanting to come and see like this energy, but really indecisive about it now because they have moved on, which in a way, Sag, this could be a really good reading for you, either party, because it really does feel like a parting of ways of karma to me. Like a parting of ways of where the soul has understood a lot of lessons around this time. The soul has understood a lot of lessons around this time. It's like someone could be contemplating on another go around. Like, I just want to tell you how much it is money that I've got now. I just want to let you know what I have. And this energy is a bit like, piss off, I'm not interested, sorry. But it is, Sag. Because it's like, well, I've like, Elvis is like left the building. For some people, You know, if you're really hurt and all that, when I crack jokes, it's literally just to try and raise the spirits in some people, you know. But yeah, you see, you got moving. Tell me more about this two of wands. Two of wands. Two of wands. Where's this two of wands here? I don't want to take too many cards. I really don't. I really don't. Two of wands. Two of wands. Thank you. So, through those cards I didn't see was Virgo energy, right? So this could be a Virgo, but it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? Now, this energy is still got a lot to do with stature and money. This energy is more of a, it's too much for this energy. This person here is very masculine oriented, would be the runner, and would run into quite a few different situations in their life because they're just more concentrated on wealth. And I wouldn't even really say healthy wealth. I would say that this person runs from love, constantly runs from love, because what they really want is higher stature. Stature and society with this energy is more important than anything else, than actual love. This person would raise the bar more than anything else. You've got to reach my destination. You've got to come up to my level. You've got to come up to my level, and I'm not even interested unless you do. This person probably raises the bar maybe too much. Well, it depends. I mean, you know, if you're happy, this energy, happy doing that, then that's just that energy. But that would also be part of your karma. You would have money karma because you've got deceptiveness around it. You've got lessons around that. Also, probably through children, through traveling distance, and it could mean that it could even be that this energy here has homes in different provinces, states, or like countries for some people, and they go from one place to another place to another place, and it depends on what continues on with this energy of why they might run into well, to another person. But this energy might not be bad. It might be the fact that, well, Steve, listen, I'm well within my right to fucking run out from this energy because they were always involved with someone else. And that's you know, I can go on to that story now. So, if this person was really deceptive in the first place for some people, and that they just could fucking never get over their past, still you can never have blame for that. That would still be your karma. Because this is representing a lot of non-reliance, of not reliable, but non-reliable as a human being, as just ego, right? Non-reliable of a soul doesn't know any different. It just knows that it's the same as every other soul, really. You all meet up again at the end. It's just the ego. It just means that we are not compatible. So, tell me more about the Eight of Cups, please. The Eight of Cups, just one card, please. Just one card for the Eight of Cups. One card for the Eight of Cups, please. One card for the Eight of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. One card. Thank you. Yeah, wow. Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups. This person is still with somebody else. They're still with somebody else for a lot of you. Now, if you've been wanting this person for a very long time, it's really like you're not bothered, to be honest. This person also has, well, they're wanting to work on things with the person that they really want to work on that with. It's still part of the soulmate journey, and the, you know, it's a higher destination of karma, because it, like I said, it's happened a lot of times, past life, you know, past life. You see, this person probably lost the money here, and they devastated the fact that they lost all this money. If that's not in this timeline, then that was in past life timeline, that this person lost out on all the money, or this person did, sorry, and this person gained it, and now they've come here to lose it for this person to gain it. Do you know what I mean? Losses and gains. This person here had this amount of money before, past life, and then they lost it, and now it's gained within this one, because this is a return on my investment. A return on my investment of what I am owed karmically. I am owed this from you, because you took from me and stole from me. 5 of Cups. Social anxiety also for some people. A little bit of social anxiety. Yeah, so what we're going to do, well, because they've probably got another soulmate, you see. Two of Cups, they run into somebody else. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the other side. If you're over on Patreon, I really do appreciate that. A lot of you are coming over there. You obviously get to see everything that's over there. Monthlies, weeklies, twin flame readings, all these other different ones that I'm going to do. Still just for the moment, I'm not sure if I can actually fit it over on Vimeo at the moment, because I'm not sure how much space I've got. So it might be over there. It could well be over there, and it'll be in the weeklies if it's there. Okay, but it will be over on Patreon for sure. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to continue with this line, and then we're going to see what's separating you both, how you're feeling, how you're contemplating. But we will continue with that, and that will really draw a story around, and I'll try to add it into like one complete bi-weekly reading for you also, if I can. But it really does depend on what happens through that. But that will really give you a little bit of clarity into what's going on when I start to draw a picture through changing lanes. Okay, it might even tell me what this person's doing, see what they're doing, feeling, thinking, all that kind of stuff. But it will be over on Patreon, and it will be over on Vimeo. Okay, if you want a personal reading, it's still the same. Still in the link below. You can have a Skype reading pretty much like this, or a video reading. But just send me an email, and we will go from there. Okay, all right, guys, peace.